upon her father.
Tomorrow is St. Valentine's Day, all in the morning time, and I am made at your window to be your Valentine. Then up he rose and donned his clothes and up the chamber door, let in the maid that out a maid never departed more.
I cannot choose but weep to think they would lay him in the cold ground.
My brother will know of it.
Come, my coach. Good night, ladies.
Good night, sweet lady. Good night, good night, good night.
Oh, this is a poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not in single spies, but in battalions.
Alack, what noise is this?
Where is this king? O thou vile king! Give me my father!
What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellions look so giant-like?
Where is my father?
Dead?
But not by him.
How now, what noise is that?
They bore him barefaced on the bier, hey naughty, naughty, no, and in his grave rained many a tear. Fare you well, my dove.
Oh hey, dry up my brains. Dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia, may a young maid's wits be as mortal as an old man's life?
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember.
And there's pansies. That's for thoughts.
A documented madness. Thoughts and remembrance fitted.
There's fennel for you, and columbines. There's rue for you, and there's some for me.
We may call it Herb of Grace on Sundays.
Oh,
You must wear your rue with a difference.
here's a daisy.
I would give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end.
For bonny sweet Robin is all my joy, and will he not come again? No, no, he is dead, he never will come again.
God have mercy on his soul and all of Christian souls.
Do you see this, O God?
I must commune with your grief, and you must put me in your heart for a friend.
And so have I a noble father lost, and a sister driven into desperate terms. But my revenge will come!
Laertes, was your father dear to you? What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son?
Cut his throat in the church!
No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. But stay, what noise?
One blow doth tread upon another's heel. So fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Where?
There is a willow, grows aslant a brook. There on the pendant bows her coronet weeds. When clamouring to hang, an envious sliver broke. When down her weedy trophies fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and mermaid-like, oh while they bore her up. But long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay to muddy death.
Then she is drowned.
Drowned, drowned.
Is she be buried in Christian burial that willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is. The coroner acts sat on her and finds it Christian burial.
But how can that be, unless she drowned herself in her own defence?
Why, 'tis found so.
It must be sail offendendo. For here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act. Here lies the water. Good? And here stands the man. Good? If the man go to this water and drown himself, It is. He goes. But if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns not himself. Argo, he that is not guilty of his own death, shortens not his own life.
But is this law?
I marry 'tis. Round is quis law.
Ill you have put the truth on it. If she had not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out of Christian burial.
Why there thou sayest, and the more pity that great folk should have countenance to drown or hang themselves. Come, my spade. There is no ancient gentleman, but gardeners, ditchers, and grave makers. They hold up at his profession.
Was he a gentleman?
He was the first that ever bore arms.
Why, he had none.
What? Even? How dost thou understand the scripture? Scripture says Adam did. Could he dig without arms? I'll put another question to thee. What is he that builds stronger than the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker, for that frame outlives 1,000 tenants.
I like thy wit well. In good faith. The gallows does well, but how does it well? It does well to those that do ill. Do it again, come.
Who builds stronger than the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
Cudgel thy brains no more about it. And when you are asked this question next, say a grave maker. The houses that he make last till doomsday. Go, get thee to yawn. Fetch me a stupid liquor. In youth when I did love me, thought it was very sweet.
Has this fellow no feelings of his business, that he sings at grave making?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
That skull had a tongue in it, and could sing once. How the knave jowls it, as if it were Cain's jawbone, that did the first murder. It might be the pate of a politician.
It might, my lord.
Or of a courtier, which could say, Good morrow, sweet lord. How dost thou, good lord?
Aye, my lord.
Here's fine revolution. And we ain't had the trick to see it. Did these bones cost no more than the breeding, but to play lockets at them? Mine ache to think on it.
A pickaxe and a spade, frame a shrouding sheet.
There's another! Why may that not be the skull of a lawyer? Where be his cases now, his tenures and his tricks? Why does he suffer this rude knave to knock him about the sconce with a dirty shovel? I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, Sarah?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
You lie out of it, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in it, and yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it, to be in it and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick. Therefore, thou liest. What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman, then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is! We must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo us. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
All the days in the year. I came to it the day our last King Amlet overcame Fortinbras.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? It was the very day that young Amlet was born. He that is mad and sent to England.
Aye, marry, how came he mad?
Why? Because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there, and if you do not, it is no great matter there.
Why?
'Twill not be seen in him there. There the men are as mad as he.
How came he mad? Upon what grounds?
Here in Denmark, I've been sexton here, man and boy, 30 years.
How long will a man lie in the earth ere he rot?
If he be not rotten before he die, he will last you some 8 or 9 year. A tenner will last you 9 year.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tanned by his trade that he will keep out water a great while, and your water is a sore decayer of your wholesome dead body. Here's the skull now. The skull has lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. He poured a flagon of Rhenish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This.
In that.
Let me see. Poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times. And now, how haunted my imagination it is. My gorge rises at it. Horatio, tell me one thing.
What's that, my lord?
Do you think Alexander looked at this fashion in the earth
Even so?
and smelt so?
Even so, my lord.
To what base uses we may return. Why may not imagination trace the noble dust of Alexander, till he find it stopping a bunghole? Alexander died. Alexander was buried. Alexander returneth into dust. The dust is earth. Of earth we make loam, and why of that loam whereto he was converted? Might they not stop a beer barrel? Imperious Caesar dead and turned to clay, might stop a hole to keep the wind away. But soft, here comes the king. The queen, the courtiers, cause the sick follow, and with such maimed rites. This doth betoken the course they did follow, did with desperate hand, for do its own like. 'Twas of some estate, a very noble youth.
What ceremony else?
This is Laertes, a noble youth.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far and large as we have warranties. Her death was doubtful, and, with great command, oversways the order. She should in ground, unsanctified, have lodged to the last trumpet.
Must there be no more done?
No more be done.
I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be, when thou liest howling.
What? The fair Ophelia!
Sweets to the sweet, farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I hope thy bride be to have decked, sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave.
Hold off the earth a while, till I've caught her once more in mine arms. Now pile your dust upon the quickened dead.
What is he whose grief is such an emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy
I
soul!
loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum. Dost thou come here to whine, to outface me with leaping in her grave? Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.